Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Code Karen. Welcome to r/Am I the A-hole, where we have an incredible story with comments. If you are new to this channel, a sub would be great. Let's jump to the story. Am I the a-hole for uninviting my mom, my aunt, and then my sister after they insisted that my fiancé hide her pregnancy at our wedding? Just a little backstory before I begin. My soon-to-be wife and I are expecting our first baby together. My entire family is hardcore Christians, so you can imagine that they weren't too happy with us having a baby before getting married. My fiancé and I decided to have the wedding before our baby arrives. Thankfully, everyone in the family supported this decision and wanted to help. We're getting married in 3 months. The drama started when my fiancé was showing pictures of her wedding dress to the women in my family. My mom and my aunt immediately spoke up and said that this style was totally unacceptable. I believe the word they used was too revealing. They said that it would show the guests her pregnancy bump, and they would rather that our pregnancy be kept hush-hush. They thought that this would reflect poorly on us and told her to return the dress and replace it with something less tight-fitting. In essence, they thought it was best to cover up our pregnancy. My fiancé called me and she was in tears. She told me that my mom was pressuring her to return the dress and making dress suggestions that were totally not her style. I told my mom she was overstepping in a major way and that it's sad she thinks of her grandbaby as something to hide and to be ashamed of. My mom immediately got on the defensive and lashed out and said I should not be putting them in this uncomfortable position. What would their friends think when they find out that we conceived a child outside of marriage? I told her, no worries, and I'll do her a favor. Mom, you are now officially uninvited from the wedding. My aunt pounced on me and basically echoed what my mom said. I simply replied to her shaming text by messaging her that she too is uninvited to our wedding. Then my sister jumped in and doubled down on the guilt trip. I told her since the women in this family refused to stop harassing my fiancé, it would be best if all of them got the uninvited memo. My sister tried to shift the blame and claimed that my fiancé is the problem. A real bridezilla, and not them. That's when everything hit the fan. Now my dad and others are furious, saying, Jesus, you messed up big time, and went on to call me several colorful names, all that seemed to begin with the letter F. I thought that was rich, that my Christian family was using God's name in vain to shame me. The bottom line is that they want me to apologize and reinvite my mom, aunt, and sister to the wedding. Plus, get my fiancé to return the quote, offensive dress. According to them, this was the least I could do because I embarrassed them and put shame on my family because I got my fiancé pregnant before marriage. I haven't spoken to them since that phone call. What should be such a happy time is now causing my fiancé so much stress about every choice she has made. On the lighter side, my little sister loves the dress that my fiancé picked out. Hey, at least there's one supportive member in my family. Am I the a-hole for uninviting my mom, my aunt, and then my sister after they wanted my fiancé to hide her pregnancy at our wedding? Or should I respect where they are coming from and try to mediate both sides and come to a happy solution so we can all get along, for right now and in the future? Let's head to the comments. Be More Sky and Sea says, first, good for you that you're standing up for your fiancé. Look at this from a training perspective. If you do what your family is demanding you do, they will expect this obedience in the future. This is bully behavior, and it will continue and affect your marriage. It seems like they are in the majority, and they will not back down. And OMG, I can imagine the future remarks about your parenting skills and the expectations that we'll have as grandparents. You won't get a say in how best to raise your child. You need to keep a hard boundary line between your new family and your existing family. I would offer an olive branch to them if, and only if, they apologize to your bride. That's it. For the rest of the members of your family, tell them to mind their own business. You got this. Not the a-hole. Frycat says, not the a-hole. Calling her a bridezilla is a bit extra, just because she wants to choose her dream wedding gown? Who's paying for this dress anyway? Are they for real? My sister was pregnant for her wedding, and she wore a form-fitting dress. She looked gorgeous and glowing as a new mom-to-be. Some might say uninviting them is extreme, but I don't think so. If you let them attend, they might ruin your wedding with their high moral superiority attitude. Enjoy your wedding. It's your day, not theirs. And if your family wants to meet their new grandbaby, they need to apologize to you and your wife. I say try to let the healing begin. You have so much to look forward to, and it's so important that this child arrive into this world with as much love and support as possible. Private Eyes 2020 says, "What's that biblical saying? For this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife." Perhaps your parents and extended Christian family would do well to remember those wise words, along with, "Judge not, that ye be not judged." The way that they are treating your fiancé is inexcusable and unfair. You are right and just when you stand up for her against their attacks. So, definitely not the a-hole. Having said all that, I would not be one to immediately jump on the "you're uninvited" bandwagon. My first response would be something like this. "This is the dress my bride wants and loves, and I will hear no more about it. You are more than welcome to join in our joy, but if the pregnancy is too embarrassing for you, or you don't feel that you can attend with good grace and goodwill, then please don't come and ruin this happy day for us. I will leave that up to you. Attend and be nice, or you will be asked to leave." This way, you are not seen as a heartless individual, and the family can reflect on your words and come to their own decision. Ray6672 says, "Uninvite the whole lot of them. Go no contact. Just because your fiancé is pregnant is nothing to be ashamed of. Just the opposite in my opinion. Ask yourself if you really want these narrow-minded individuals attending the most special day of your life. Your wedding should include people who not only love, but support you. These people want to force the two of you to conform to their standards, or it sounds like they are more worried about what the community thinks rather than the immediate family. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding and baby. Tell those family members that have a problem with your bride's choice in wedding gowns to go kick rocks. Live your life with your wife, the way you choose to live." A Good Doggy You Are says, "WTF is wrong with your family? I think you are 100% doing the right thing. Get out your notepad and keep uninviting anyone that makes your life difficult. This day isn't about them at all. It's about you and your bride. The women in your family are worried about a form-fitting wedding dress? Really? Think of it this way. You'll save money on the wedding reception as well. LOL. If you back down and give in to their demands, they'll just find something else to pick on, and your wedding day will be ruined because they are a-holes. I say well done for standing up to your family and protecting your fiancé." Crazy Dog Lady XOX says, "Not the a-hole at all. When I was 19, I got pregnant, and my whole family tried to pressure me into an abortion. When I refused, they started to tell me how much I messed up by getting pregnant at such a young age. They took it a step further and said I'd never amount to anything and they would disown me if I didn't make the quote, right choice. They never appreciated the fact that I'm a very independent person and I was already living on my own and supporting myself. I blocked all of them and had my baby. I became a single mom and my child is the love of my life. Eventually, my dad sent me a letter apologizing and asked me to visit so he could meet his grandbaby. However, that visit didn't go so well because they lectured me on all things baby and did not trust my judgment. I felt I had to cut contact with my parents again in order to keep a healthy and safe environment for me and my child. Eventually, I met my now amazing hubby and got married without any of my family invited. It was a great wedding and celebration. Tay Camp says, "I say set your boundaries now. If your family is stepping into your relationship and making demands now, it'll only get worse when the baby arrives. You will be so happy that you set those boundaries early in your relationship. My suggestion is to let them come to the wedding if they accept that you're not going to hide the pregnancy and your fiancé is going to wear the dress she chooses. Never make compromises that you don't feel good about. Hold your ground. If they don't come around to your requests, then they don't get to participate. Pretty simple. You are marrying the beautiful mother of your child, not your parents. This wedding is about the two of you and your journey together. Set boundaries and stand your ground. Good luck. I have a feeling everything will work out for the best." Trash Panda 556 says, "Your family, except for your little sister, seems to have problems respecting your fiancé and boundaries. Uninviting people who are acting improperly is not unreasonable. If they're not supportive, they're not welcome. It's as simple as that. Their opinion about the wedding dress doesn't matter. I'd imagine if they came to the wedding, they'd be saying unflattering things about your fiancé to anyone they could corner long enough in the way good church-going ladies seem to have perfected. You want people to remember how beautiful and happy your bride was in her dress on her wedding day, not the family tension. You're better off not having them there creating a scene. Congratulations on your wedding, by the way, and best wishes for you and your new family. Just Call Me Nancy says, this will probably get buried in the comments, but I have to say, wow, not the a-hole. Your family needed to get over this pregnancy once it was announced. And note to yourself, they are not to judge or criticize the pregnancy or even your fiancé's wedding gown choice. Your wedding should be your brightest day. You want family there to help you celebrate and not overshadow your joy. I know for a lot of weddings, parents pay for a majority of the wedding costs and the bride and groom don't really have a big say. But this does not sound like what is going on with you. And on top of all this drama, which is not really drama because we are talking about a wedding dress, give me a break. Your soon-to-be wife is bringing the family a grandchild. The mother of your child actually has all the power here, not the parents or the rest of the family. I had a family member who got married when she was pregnant. I have to say that it was not expected at all, but once that pregnancy was announced, everyone was overjoyed. Babies are a blessing from God, and your family would be wise to remember that. Thank you for empowering your fiancé in all her choices. Make sure she knows she holds your heart, and that's all that matters. FitRap1328 says, give me a break. These are not medieval times. You and your fiancé aren't going to be run out of the village because you are having a baby out of wedlock. My brother and his fiancé are on baby number 2, and they have not set a wedding date. Look at it this way. If your family is treating the woman you love so horribly over a wedding dress choice, is it safe to assume they will treat her horribly over anything else they don't agree with? I think I saw somewhere in your post that you said people not related to you have been treating her better. Honestly, maybe these strangers would like an invite to your wedding. Brush all this wedding dress drama off and have a great time. Probably Maybe says, agreed that your family is acting like a-holes. If I was planning to get married and became pregnant, I would expect my husband to understand that the wedding was our day and should not be ruined because of some horrible trash talk by his own family. It's shocking how unsupportive they're being because of what others will think. They already know your to-be wife is pregnant, and you said that they are happy about it, but they just don't want her to look pregnant? To save their own faces? Huge no. Hard pass. Sounds like you have a spine, and I hope your fiancé gives you such a huge hug for being so assertive. Definitely not the a-hole. Hey Code Karen community, I hope you enjoyed this story. There was a lot to unpack. Let me know if there was something said in one of the comments that you really liked. See you in the next story.